Hello, guys. Today we are talking about the modus operandi of those African ladies abroad that their time is running out for them to get married. We're going to talk about their mood of operating when they meet a potential husband, you know what I mean? Or somebody that are willing to settle down sometimes, in most cases. I want to show you how these ladies, how their modus operandi, so that a lot of men will understand this if you're abroad and you met some African ladies that, they want to they're desperate to get married, because they know that their age, their time is running out for them. And one of the modus operandi, how they operate, is that they will always tell you when you meet them. And, sometimes because they don't know whether you are serious or not. But even if you're serious, they're gonna stay ask you like, "Oh, we're not gonna have sex until we get married. Are you gonna marry me? You have to do something so that you guys who have sex, they will always give you a negative feedback before you even mention anything about sex. Some will even tell you have to talk to my family, or you talk to my uncle if they have uncle. You have to talk to them, and they have to start arranging marriage. You know how the marriage is gonna start. But the problem is that these ladies forget is that the man have key for marriage. You don't have to even if somebody is interested in marriage, you are not the one to remind the person that is interested in marriage. You know what I mean? And you cannot use sex to get into marriage, to get somebody to marry by withholding sex and saying, look, you can only have sex with me when you marry me. You know what I mean? So this is just a wrong approach. You know what I mean? It's men that have key to marriage. You know what I mean? And because if you're a good person and you meet, you're careful, you meet a good man, why not? What man is looking to marry a good woman? They're not looking for a bad woman. But we know that why this woman does this, because most of them in abroad, people have pumped and dumped them. They have allowed themselves to be pumped and dumped. So now, because now everybody is a suspect, every man coming to them is a suspect. But it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? When you have been pumped and dumped and you're looking for somebody, you're looking for somebody to get married to you. You know what I mean? And this is the sign. Once these women start behaving this way, this is the sign they have been pumped and dumped, broken their heart. You know what I mean? But this is what they do. They always tell you. But we know the one thing about women is this: if a woman in abroad, those ones that time are running out, is giving you this condition, what you should know is that women generally, if they like you, they will not give you condition to have sex with them. They won't. I'm not promoting sex, you know what I mean, for you to go and have sex. But I'm just giving men clue how they're gonna fish out this woman that are desperate for marriage. When you're desperate for marriage, it's even a red flag for man. You have to allow things, chill out, relax. Don't bring it up. Let the man bring it up. You know what I mean? For at least for the first time. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should not. You should open yourself up to every man, but at least first of all, before even talking about the person marrying you, look at the background of the man. First of all, the first thing you should do is to look at the background of the man. Try to make the man open up to you, and you see his background, not just for you to jump into marriage because you are desperate. This is what we see if you're abroad and you're meeting these our African women that are abroad and desperate, and most of them, or some of them, even they are side chick to one politician in Africa that sent them abroad. You know what I mean? And those side chick, they are still those men, those rich men that send them abroad. They are still in communicating with them. So what they do is that they want to eat their cake and still have it. And the danger of marrying women like that, even as you marry this woman like that, they'll see they'll see interested in this money they're getting from the rich man. They are the rich man that are sponsoring them. They don't leave it easily. It takes time for them to break that bond. And that's why they have defensive mechanism, and they give you condition, this kind of condition. Oh, we're not gonna do this until this. You know what I mean? This is complete bullshit, you know. And man, should if any woman start giving you this attitude, know that they have been pumped and dumped. You know what I mean? Her hand is not clean. It's